Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Shy over here on Shy's Coinage, and today I am coming back here to do a budget with me for the... Is this our first paycheck in June? No, I think this is our... Is this our second one again? Y'all, don't get me the line. Hold on, let me see. This is our first paycheck in June. The last paycheck we got was May 30th, and that was when my husband got paid just by himself. That was May 30th to June 5th, and I consider that a part of May. So this is the first paycheck for June. So that's what I'm coming on here to do today. Let's see. Okay, so I'm doing this budget with me a day late, 2 days late, something like that. So I'm going to write this out in the way that I have it here, but I just want to preface this with saying when I come to close this budget out, it will be nothing like what, well, I won't say it'll be nothing, but let's just say life is spectacular and there's lots going on and lots that we are currently figuring out. And so when I come back in to do this budget, it will be different when I come in to do the closeout, and I will be trying to keep up with budget with me's and closeouts for the week. That is something I'm going to try to stick to because life is getting more and more hectic, and this is really something that I need to be doing. So this is for the paycheck, the first week of June. So we'll put June there. And this is from the 6th through the 12th. Okay. And so in our family account, I'm going to do $965 plus the $940, which is $1905. I won't be doing anything there. My personal account, let's see here, 13, 19, 46 minus, so 369. Do I want to include the change? I don't think I'm going to include the change. I think I'll just do 369, guys. So 369, and I'll put 0 here for other. And then our mortgage account, we do the same thing every week for the most part, 543. Our second mortgage is 98. And actually, this 543 can go down now. Our mortgage was $2,170. It is now $2,112. But this is just the number that I have set for us to do every week. So it's what I do. And then there ends up being extra money in that mortgage account. So I guess at some point I'll end up making some type of additional payment, even if it's a small one, towards the principal. So I think I'm gonna just leave it, depending on how our numbers get to looking here in the next few weeks, because we have a lot of things going on. So depending on how tight it is, I'll leave it at 543. If we need those extra couple dollars to help us elsewhere, then I'll take that down. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. The car note is $657. The sewer is $53. Vivint, which is our alarm system, is $73. It was 60 something. Now it's up to 73. I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. Amazon is $16. Splice is, which is what I use to edit these videos, is $6. And then YouTube is $2. I might look into finding a subscription that I can use for free to edit my videos to save this $6, but right now it just kind of is what it is. I didn't even add these up. Let's go back. So 1905 plus 369, 2274. So then we got 543 plus 98 plus 657. Yeah, baby. Is it too hot? Okay, give me a second, okay? Okay, guys, sorry about that. 53, 73, 16, 6, and 2. So that is a total of 1448. I have some flowers right here and they're falling off, which is fine. I'll just leave them there. So 1448 is what that total came to. So then I'm going to subtract that from the 2274. We're at 826. So then we'll bring that down here. So then we have 826. Groceries, we do 160 every week. We do 15 in essentials weekly, which is just household things, trash bags, laundry detergent, Dawn dish soap, hand soap, deodorant, anything like that that we need. Sometimes we take deodorant out of our own personal money. Sometimes I buy it out of there when I'm grocery shopping. It just kind of depends. The kids allowance at 13. And then my fuel is an automatic thing. So when I get paid, I have money that automatically goes to 3 different bank accounts. One goes to a personal account I have that's at the same institution as our joint account. I have a deposit that goes to SoFi, and that's 80 for gas, and then a 10 that goes into that savings there. So the 80 goes into the checkings, the 10 goes into the savings of my SoFi account. And then the rest, whatever's left over after that, goes to my Chase account, which is what I pay debt out of or use for savings, sinking funds and stuff like that. So this is like an automatic thing. So this 80 you'll see every week that I get paid on. 80 goes there because my gas is about $40 a week. I do need to account for in here because for this 10. The account that I have that's at the same institution as our joint account, I send over $950 to that account when I get paid. $940 of it goes to our joint account. I just transfer it over to the joint account. 10 stays in that checking account. And so I normally just notate it here as spending, even if I don't spend it, which lately I haven't been spending it. So it's just been, that account's just been building up. So, but I notate it here so that I know that that 10 is there. Put a star there too, so I know that that's from my personal account. So then we'll add this section up, 160 plus 15 plus 13 plus 80 plus 10, 278. I know some people might find budgeting like this complicated, and people might be like, you're married, why isn't all of your money just combined? We combine as much money as we need to combine. So we figure up everything that we pay out monthly, even when it accounts to the kids, because my kids do swimming every month. That's $80 a month. My daughter's in cheer. That's $75 a month. We figure all of that into our family account. And then we have a whole number, the groceries, the essentials, the kids allowance, all of that. We even have an automatic savings that comes out of that account. We figure all of these things up, all the bills, all of that. And then we hold a discussion and we talk about what my husband's going to deposit and what I'm going to deposit. And then the rest of our money stays in our own accounts for our own fuel, our own personal savings if we want to have personal savings. I like to do sinking funds with mine. It works for us. I understand it doesn't work for everybody, but it works for us. And we don't care to fully combine, at least not at this moment. I'm not sure if we ever will. It works. It's been working like this. We've been together almost 11 years. We've been living together for 8. And the 8 years we've lived together, we've always had a joint account for everything in the house and our own personal accounts. And that was before we were married. And we've been married now 5 years, and we kept it all the same because that's how we like it. So I know I didn't really need to explain that, but like just for people who feel like all married couples should be fully combined with their money, we are okay with it not being that way. So that totaled up to $278. I subtracted that from the 826. We got 548. So we're going to bring the 548 over here. This credit card number 2 is my credit card. And the minimum payment on it is 25. So we're going to do 25 here. We're going to subtract 25 from the 528. That'll put us at 523. This will also come out of my personal money. So then we're going to bring the 523 up here. My SoFi auto save is $10 at the moment. So then what we will end up having is rollover to go into our rollover account for our joint, and then my personal account. What'll be left in my personal account for me to get through whatever I need to get through. So what I do to figure out what money is left where, I take what I've added up here. So 1905, the 1905 and anything from our buffer account is the joint money. So what I'll do is I'll take that 1905, I'll subtract the 1448 because that's how much the bills were. So that's 1448. I'll subtract the 160 for groceries, the 15 for essentials, and the 13 for the kids' allowance. That leaves us with 269. So that means there's 269 for the rollover account. And then what I'll do for the personal money is I'll take the 369. I'll subtract the 80 from fuel, the 10 from that spending account, the 10 from the SoFi, and the 25 from the credit card, and that will leave 244. And so that is what is left in my personal account. And right now I'm not really stuffing any sinking funds or anything like that. I just leave this money there, whatever I need throughout the 2 weeks until I'm paid again. I do it here, anything the kids need, anything like that. And then once we hit the day before my next payday, whatever amount of money is left, I'll take out to then put into sinking fund or savings or whatever. So that is how I am currently doing it. So if I take this number, and this number, it should equal this 523. And we're just going to make sure. So 244 plus 269 plus 10, 523. So then that zeroes us out. So right now I'm not pulling any cash. I'm pretty much cashless at the moment throughout like the pay period. Groceries, essential, and allowance. Well, the allowance gets either pulled or it gets moved to my kids' debit cards that they have. I try to alternate the weeks. But groceries and essentials go into an account that is just for groceries and essentials. And then I use that to shop for the week. And then, like I said, we have a joint account for all of this. Fuel and spending are in their own accounts where they need to be. This already went into the savings. This rollover gets transferred over into the savings account to be pulled from in a pay period where we may need it. And then this is in my personal Chase account that just sits there unless I need to swipe it. So that's kind of how that works. Everything's in its own account that is designated for specific reasons so that I know that when I'm shopping, depending on what I'm shopping for, depending on what I'm doing, I know which card I need to pull out to pay. So that's pretty much how that goes. So that's going to be the budget for the first week of June. It's like I said, I'm a little late doing this, but this was already how we pre-wrote up our budget for this week. But when I come in to do the closeout, things might be a little different because life got a little bit hectic, and I'll explain more what I mean by that when I come in to do my closeout, because then I'll have numbers and things to talk about and to tell you why we did what we did. So I'll see you guys in that video. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.